Welcome to the Industry Angel Podcast. We hear from the best business minds across the globe, entrepreneurs, social influencers, marketing mavens, and sales rock stars. We've got them all. Here comes your weekly dose of inspiration with your host, Ian Farah.
Welcome to episode 151 of the Industry Angel. I thought I'd catch up with you on this episode. I'd like to tell you about something I'm planning on April Fool's Day. I'm going to go live for 8 hours. I'll try 2 channels for social media, maybe Periscope on Twitter and YouTube, or do you want us to do something different, maybe Facebook? It's interesting as I was going to organise an event to do this, like with tickets, but I've seen a significant reduction in numbers of attendees at networking events due to obviously the coronavirus. So I've even heard of some employers kind of putting a ban on attending events, traveling, and even client meetings. And it's interesting because I'm a huge fan of things like Zoom. So hopefully some companies will get used to that method of meeting via Zoom and actually, from a carbon footprint point of view, maybe reduce the amount of times they're out of the office. It's much more efficient anyway, isn't it? I attended an event yesterday and people were refraining from shaking hands. I've just heard some of the football match there and people weren't even shaking hands before the game, the players. And yesterday there was elbow bumping, feet tapping together. I was just going in for the hug as usual. Probably the worst thing possible, but I do love a good hug. So anyway, this 8 hours thing. I'll be interviewing people all day, having some fun, sharing some stories, and then I'll chop the audio up into podcast episodes for you. So I'd love to see it on the live and maybe take some questions, maybe get some interaction going. So I'm there for 8 hours, so it'd be great if you guys could jump on across the day and ask some questions. So I hope this coronavirus isn't really bothering you too much. Obviously, thoughts are with anybody who is troubled by it, and there's lots of people in quarantine as well and on cruise ships. Man, it must be terrible. So what we can do is just try to push on. So in terms of that resilience, I had a really inspiring email this week from a long-time listener, Nolan. And unfortunately, his business had been targeted. There was an unexpected arson attack. Now, Nolan sent me some kind words about the podcast in terms of how it was keeping him motivated and keeping him going. Now, those are kind words, and I know many of you have faced adversity in careers and within your business. But there's one thing I know you don't do, and that's roll over. Because if you listen to this podcast, it's because you're interested in life, in stories, in business, and being motivated. So if I had a buying persona or an ideal client, you are it. If you're listening, you are it. Because you're somebody who comes back week on week, somebody who listens and learns, enjoys, engages with me on social, someone who goes to work, or maybe where you socialize and talk about this podcast, talk about the lives of some of the guests that you've heard. You probably bore your partner with what we've been discussing. But that's all in common. You've got one thing in common. You don't roll over. And like Mike Tyson said, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. And that punch hurts. I've had a few of them in my life. Some of them have been sucker punches. Like I didn't see them coming. That's because I haven't been in control. Either I've worked for somebody else or I've put my trust in someone. Because the things that people say and the things that people do are very different. I've learned that. But I've also learned to let go. So one particular corporate incident, I don't think it was their intention to hurt me personally. It was a business decision that they made for them, but it did hurt me. So actually I learned a lot from that. So I can be thankful for the time that I had there and maybe not dwell on that hurt because I learned something from the experience. I guess you've got to let things go, don't you? You can't have things dwelling in your head. You are the master of your own destiny. If you've heard my talks at conferences, you'll know that I even title the conference talk, "No One Is Coming to Save You," because I do believe that, that's because I've been the one sitting in that comfortable position and just saying, next year I'll move, I'll start a new project, I'll go to that conference, next summer I'll be in shape. And a few years ago I decided, no more next year, no more procrastinating, no more wasting my precious days taking the crap or not moving forward. Even if it's just moving forward an inch, it's forward, not backwards, not standing still, always forwards. Because I did stand still sometimes. I did slip backwards. And I'm not doing it anymore. And we know the answers, don't we? We know the answers to moving forward. They're pretty simple. They're pretty easy. Actually, the hard bit is consistently doing it. For instance, you know that getting more sleep will help you, don't you? You know that exercising will make you fitter, look fresher, leaner, give you energy, let you run and play with the kids. We know the superfoods to eat and how much water we should be drinking. It's easy, but it's continuously doing it is the harder bit. I spoke to a friend of mine last Saturday and she has a number for our first ever half marathon. So proud of her. It's the world's biggest, the Great North Run, that ends on my doorstep here in South Shields. Now, she was telling me that she'd ordered a treadmill to practice running. So I suggested she save the hundreds of pounds and just step out of the front door maybe. Now, what I got was that she was procrastinating here. She said she'd rather wait until the treadmill turned up, and it was going to be another week away. I think it was 6 days. Now, what she'd done there was she bought herself 6 days. And actually, we talked about diet because she was going to start a diet as well. And I said, all right, this was a Saturday night. And I said, all right, so your diet starts Monday? She said, no, I'll just wait till the treadmill turns up. So then she just bought herself another 6 days of not having a diet as well. And this is something we can't do. Forget tomorrow. You've got to start today because tomorrow may never come. There's one thing for certain, we aren't coming back for another shot at this, are we? I'm 45 this year, and the average life expectancy of a UK male is 83, I think. So I've got, 38 years left. And guess what? We sleep for a third of our lives. So I've got around 25 years left. Now, when I'm 80, I'm not going to be running around like I do now. So I need to seize the hell out of the years that I have got left. And I'm urging you to do the same. Now, you don't have to run the half marathon. It could be literally walking around the block. But if you're looking to start a new regime, here, today, is where you start. Or the first thing you do is, you put your alarm on now. Pick up your phone, put your alarm on for tomorrow. Put the clothes at the bottom of your bed. And the target is to stand on your doorstep in your exercise clothing with your shoes on. That's just the target. Because I guarantee, once you've got up and put your gear on and you stood there, you'll open the door. And when you open the door, you put one foot in front of the other. You've won. Baby steps become big steps. Now, this can be a metaphor in anything in your life. If you want to rekindle a lost friendship, pick up the phone, write a letter, reach out on Facebook, whatever it is. Tomorrow can be too late. If you're sitting in a cubicle right now or behind a desk, wishing you could be somewhere else, no one is coming to save you. Some opportunities do come knocking, I get that, but are you willing to wait? If you are, how long are you going to wait? 5, 10, 15 years? I've got a couple of inspirational friends who actually retrained professions, and they did that when they had children as well. They had to go back to university. They didn't starve. They got it done. These are the people I like to spend time with. People that lift and motivate me. People that challenge me and ensure I'm not bumbling through life, wasting years. I know we've said this many times on the show that we are the average of the 5 people we hang with. And I've made some radical changes to ensure I'm not subjected to that negativity, because I get lifted so much from energetic people, including you, when you reach out to me. So make sure you have similar motivations with the people that you hang with. I've been in some incredibly dark places. I didn't really want to go down this alley, but I'll share it with you, because I've made some massive changes this last 12 months. I've had to look at the future. I had to climb a mountain to come down into the valley on the other side where I wanted to be. It was hard, it was tough. I'm probably still not even over that summit yet. I'm still in the darkness sometimes, but I've got good friends. I've got a good network. And incidentally, if anyone's listening to this and you're struggling, you're still in that little dark patch and you want to chat, I am here for you. Reach out to me, host@industryangel.com. I will pick up the phone to you. I will call you, because I understand that people don't have the support mechanism that others may have, or you know what it is, maybe just someone that you've never met before is quite good just to get it off your chest. I'm here for you, okay? No problem. And you know, Henry Ford said, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Because you're in control, okay? I want you guys to think that you can, because I know you can. You've got a brain, you've got a body, you've got a life. You can do anything with it. And I bet a lot of you have accomplished so much. And if you're like me, you kind of beat yourself up about, not doing this or comparing yourself. Maybe your business has been going for 5 years, say. You've never missed a month of paying yourself, but you want more clients. You want more cash at bank. 40% of businesses don't even make it this far. You're winning. So pat yourself on the back. That's what I'm getting at, aren't I? Pat yourself on the back for being you, for being a great friend, daughter, dad, boss, brother, grandmother, niece, whatever you are. You listen to this, so I know you want more. You aren't happy with mediocrity. So to summarize then, when you get punched in the mouth, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to stay down? Or are you going to stand up and seize the day? Surround yourself with positivity. Sack them negative people. Be mindful of the time you've got left on this planet, what you want to accomplish. Remind yourself how far you've come. Maybe give yourself a journal and look back on that journal every so often. Remind yourself what you've done. And if there's a change you wish to make or a project you want to begin, start tomorrow morning. Love yourself, respect yourself, take that first step. And I'm here for you anytime. I'm Ian Farah, this is the Industry Angel, and thanks for listening.